Hey there, viewers. It's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Legacy, Evolution, Toxitron Collection, Jazz. Now, I've already reviewed Toxitron from this collection. Of course, he's the namesake for this. And in that review, I explained what the Toxitron Collection is, but, well, a quick rundown. It's basically giving figures the unreleased G2 decos, hence why Jazz is in this, I guess, fiery deco with Doritos on his doors and spoiler. Because this is a deco that he was going to have back in G2, but just never happened. I mean, it would have been cool, but I don't know, I guess too many Doritos on the doors. But with this new Toxitron collection, we're finally going to be getting some of these unreleased decos. So, yeah. And the packaging, if you haven't seen my Toxitron review, the Toxitron collection boxes also, well, they're definitely something. I'll tell you that. So the box is basically a standard Legacy box, just now in a 90s color scheme. Of course, we've got Jazz's vehicle mode right here. G2 universe. Of course, no window. Standard stuff. Got a picture of Jazz right here. Got a close-up of his face. This side, we've got the usual side mural, although this time it looks more, well, honestly, this kind of reminds me of a comic book art style. So, yeah, I quite like how this looks compared to the normal version. The back, we've got Jazz in both modes. Instead of a Evo Fusion gimmick, we just have this thing, which I guess is the Toxitron Collection logo. And that's pretty much it for the box. And we're looking at the figure. Well, this is pretty much just a recolor of Studio Series Jazz, just now in these fiery deco. And, well, me personally, I kind of want to see a recolor of Jazz in his normal G2 deco, where it's like standard G1 Jazz, except he's got the music notes on him. He's got the number 1 on there. I don't know, that's just me, but honestly, you could probably just replicate it with Repro labels if they have any. I don't know, I don't do toy hacks, but looking at this, well, I mean, obviously, the only thing that's changed is the deco, so that's what I'm going to comment on. And well, looking at the size here, instead of the number 14, we've got these orange triangles, which the fandom, me included, have jokingly called Doritos. They're also on the spoiler. Still have the feet sticking out, because this is a redeco, this is not a retool. The front, the red fades into this nice orange, which I really like. Got this G2 Autobot insignia in yellow. Got the standard bumper here. The underneath is pretty much the same. Still have the pegged-in wheel. So, yeah. So for accessories, well, of course we got the gun, which the normal release includes. So we just plug that on top. And we can just plug on a blast effect. However, with this release, we actually get 2 more accessories. So we'll start off with this one, which looks to be a rocket launcher. This doesn't seem to come off though. So, yeah. And we've got this one, which just looks to be a standard gun. And does this take blast effects? Yep. However, there's no additional ports on that Jazz, so you pretty much just have to choose a gun, plug that on the top, and then just leave the others off to the side, unfortunately. Unless you just plug these, well, place these here and hope they don't fall off. Because, yeah, there's no additional retooling to add ports. So these just lay off to the side, unfortunately. Why these guns were included, if there's no additional ports, I don't know. However, from what I've heard, these are going to be the guns that are included with Legacy Detritus, and yeah, these are going to be the guns included with Legacy Detritus, and also the seems to never come out Studio Series 86 Hound. So, yeah. Why they came with this guy, I have no idea, but I don't know, maybe just more weaponry. But these can go on top of here if you want. Oh, this one seems... there we go. So you can plug this one on, or you can plug the rocket launcher on. There you go. So you do have options. So yeah. And we're comparing him with normal Jazz. We can see how they look together. And of course, the only difference here is the color scheme. There's no additional retooling, there's no additional parts, aside from the 2 new guns. The only difference is this guy's got a new fiery Dorito color scheme. So, yeah. So just briefly pausing to get this guy transformed. So, to get this guy transformed, well, it's pretty much exactly the same as the standard release. So we're just going to lift up the doors. Get the windshield up. I want to be extremely careful because the original figure was notorious for having fragile clear plastic. Of course, Legacy's clear plastic is much better than what we had back in Earthrise in 2021 releases. So I don't know if this will hold up, but I still want to be extremely careful. But yeah, just to lift the windshield up. Extend out the legs. Get the feet up. Split the legs. Rotate the arms around. Push the hood of the car in. Rotate the head around. Spin around the midsection. Push this in a little bit so that can tab into here. If I can actually do that. There we go. Move the back wheel rims down. Get the arms down. Get the hands out. Rotate the forearm around. And then for the backpack, push this in. Closed up the doors. I just moved that to the back. And here we have Jazz in, well, his red and orange glory. And if you have that legacy book, like, not to be confused with the toy line, but the book called Legacy, you'll know why Jazz is in this color scheme, because that's where we first found out about that cancelled, I guess, red and orange Dorito Jazz that this is based on. Yeah, like the other figures in the Toxitron collection, all at least have prototype figures like Toxitron himself, the yellow Sideswipe, the purple and green Mirage, and the Seeker, who actually got a name in this. Like, all those actually have sample figures. Poor Jazz never actually had a sample figure. He just had, like, artwork and that's it. So, yeah. But we're looking at this actual figure. Oh my god, it's Fire Guts Jazz. Now, like, you might hate this color scheme, and, well, fair enough, but I freaking love how this looks. Now, looking at the head, well, I actually kind of like it. It gives off that unfinished feeling that prototypes sort of have. So, yeah. I don't know what that little speck is on the, yeah, I don't know what that little speck there is, though. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Yeah, I highly doubt it is, though, but well. Now, giving him his weaponry, of course, we can give him his normal gun if we want, but come on. Oh, he's got, like, these two new guns that he can use. So he can hold these. And the normal gun, I don't know, just put it on the back or something. So, yeah. And, of course, these can take blast effects. maybe not these ones, but of course there's a reason I got these ones out. Because of course the underneath of the feet can also take blast effects, or well, these are more meant to be like weaponized, I think, but of course they can also take blast effects if you want. So yeah, let's turn the gun around so he's not, well, you know. Of course, with a gun like this, we can have like a turret fan mode. So yeah, pretty much the only thing I have to talk about is the color, because otherwise it's pretty much the exact same stuff as that I said about Studio Series Jazz. Like, he sort of still has the issues with the knees, unfortunately. Like, this one seems, oh no, never mind, but yeah, like, he still has the issues with the knees, unfortunately. And yeah, we'll do a quick recap on the issues that I remember Jazz having when we get to the complaints, as well as any new issues, if I have any. And I think I do have one, but we'll get to in due time. For now, let's move on to the articulation. Of course, the heads can look up and down, can go side. In fact, he can tilt his head, but of course it can go side to side. His arms can move. He can T-pose, and I think these are a bit looser than the Studio Series Jazz. But yeah, like, these can also move. He's got elbows, bicep rotation. The wrists can go in. It's got waist rotation. You can kick forward, kick back. You can do splits up to there. He has got knees, although, yeah, it doesn't tap quite a bit. Ankle pivot. And this can swivel. And he can move his feet. So, yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say about this guy. And he's not holding this now for some reason. There we go. So, complaints about this guy. Pretty much the exact same complaints that I had with Studio Series Jazz. And in fact, I forgot to do the comparison, so here we go. So yeah, pretty much the same complaints that I had with Studio Series Jazz. So the knees not tabbing in, the worries about the clear plastic. Although this one I'm not so sure, because of course Legacy's clear plastic is much better than what we had back in 2021. I'm just a bit worried because, of course, a lot of people had issues with Studio Series Jazz's clear plastic cracking, so I don't know if this guy's going to be the same. We'll just have to find out in due time. And well, for a new complaint, you can't really store all the accessories. And seeing how we're in the age where, like, all the weapons can store in either mode, I don't really like that. Like, of course, back in G1, I can't even talk, but of course, like, back in G1, the weapons couldn't really store in the vehicle mode that often, but seeing how, like, in the post-War Cybertron Trilogy era, the guns are meant to just store in either mode, but seeing how this is just a redeco of a figure with the accessories of a figure that's not even out yet. These don't really store in vehicle mode, only this gun does. So either you're just gonna have to store them in robot mode, holding these guns, just have this on the back, or give these another figure, or if you're gonna have this guy in alt mode, just put these in an accessory bag so you don't lose them. So yeah. But well, do I recommend this figure? Well, if you're a fan of G2 and these wacky decos, then, well, sure, because, I mean, yeah, G2 is all about the wacky decos, but if you're not a fan of this, then, yeah, this won't be for you, but, well, like, I'm all for this Toxitron collection, and honestly, I do hope that they re-release Shadow Strip, because, yeah, like, his Wave and Velocitron just never came out here, unfortunately, so I unfortunately missed out on that, so I do hope that they re-release Shadow Strip in this subline, but who knows. But honestly, I am all for this Toxitron collection. Although, yeah, I don't think this is going to be for everyone. But, well, this has been my review on Legacy Evolution Toxitron Collection Jazz. And this is Charlie Young, signing off.